Hello, I'm back. It is me. I need like a nickname or something. I'm gonna say Hezzy. That's what people call me, or Hez actually. Yeah, Hez. I like that. A lot of people call me Hez. It's difficult for them to pronounce my name, so Hez is cool. Anyway, so the last video I kind of gave a brief introduction to who I am, my road, um, to where I am now and my background. If you guys have any questions on that video, please post them. I promise I will respond. I remember when I was going through the process, I would post questions on these videos that people were posting from like all over the country, and nobody was responding. I maybe it's just because it was a lot, but I will respond. Like I will, because I know someone out there. Like I know somebody out there is literally like laying in their bed watching YouTube videos about how to get into nursing school, how to get a job, how to pass the NCLEX. You know, what do I do if I didn't pass the NCLEX? What do I do when I do pass the NCLEX? I know there's people out there who are literally sitting on their couch, spending hours watching videos because I did it. 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 And it was a scary time. So I will respond. So just post a question down in the drop section box and subscribe and send the video off to everybody. Just get it out there because I want to help people, reach their goals. Anyway, so this video is going to be talking about my experience in nursing school. So like I said, I graduated in May of 2017, and nursing school was actually really fun. I actually liked it a lot. It was hard. We had a lot of classes. It was an accelerated master's level program, and we were held to a higher expectations. My first semester was rough. I remember showing up to my first med surg clinical lost and confused, and just not with it at all. I just kind of was there, didn't have any source of or any sense of organization. Had nothing. I was a complete blank piece of paper. It was a rough semester. I had to learn how to study differently. Like in undergrad, I knew how to study. I could easily, read a book, memorize my notes, get a group together. We practice questions, take the test, boom. The first semester of nursing school is not like that. Actually, nursing school is not like that at all. You are expected to memorize on some level of expectations or a degree, but then the next level is actually understanding and applying the concepts that are being taught. Those concepts are like basic, fundamental, like what you're expected to know off the bat. By the time you're a nurse, or by the time you are at year, like where I'm at now, like by year one, those basic levels of understanding of the history of nursing, basic anatomy and physiology, pathophysiology, pharmacology, those things should be almost second nature, basic things. So that I had a really hard time with learning in my first semester. I had just moved to California, and I didn't know anybody. My family was confused on why I'd left, and I was just in this awkward point. I had to learn how to be a graduate student at the age of like 20. And I was one of the younger students amongst my class, and I felt awkward. I felt really weird. So nursing school was hard, but I enjoyed every moment of it. I grew, I learned, I got to know a lot of people. I got really involved. That's one thing that I would recommend to all nursing students, or people who are applying to nursing school, and nursing students who've just gotten in, is to get involved, make connections. Honestly, the connections that I made in nursing school I think, are the reasons why I have been able to have such a, how do you call it, successful progression towards where I'm at now. Like, you can't just go through nursing school taking the classes, not not interacting with the faculty and staff, and you can't just do that because those are the people who actually sit on some of those committees, or who know those people who will be interviewing for the job that you want when you graduate. They're gonna be recommending you and talking about you and your performance in nursing school and how involved you got and how much what was your level of your level of commitment to becoming a nurse. So, for example, I was involved with it's called the Graduate Nursing Student Association my first year, and for some reason I felt like I could be more involved. So and I was encouraged by my peers and a lot of the faculty and staff. I was encouraged to run for the board. So I actually ran to be the president of the Graduate Nursing Student Association, and I had to give a speech. I had to talk about some of the things that I would like to see change, and I had to talk about some of the things that I saw that were issues and how we could fix. I had to really critically think on how I could make the School of Nursing better, and I was elected. And I'm not saying that to go out there and be the president, but I'm saying find something that you're passionate about that will challenge you to think and to make a difference, and to show the faculty and staff and your peers and the people that you work with that you actually have the ability to sit on a committee and talk about issues, and to discuss, and to create action plans, and to follow basic patterns on trending issues, and how can we fix them, and what we call fishbone effects. In nursing school, I'm not sure, but you'll talk about like a fishbone effect on what are some of the issues, how do these issues become what they are, how do we fix them, things like that. So, and those are some of the things that you'll need to be able to do as a nurse. When issues arise, you're going to need to be able to problem solve with your team, the pharmacist, the surgeon, the physical therapist, the basic intensivist, or I'm talking about in an ICU world for those who are interested in the ICU. Anyway, so in nursing school, I got involved. I met a lot of connections. I met a lot of people. And my last year of nursing school, that's my alarm telling me to get up for work, but I'm off tonight. Yes, I don't have to get up tonight. But anyway, so I just overall, I would just highly recommend that you really strategically plan your nursing school career, like who you meet, who you talk to, things like that. Keep those contacts, because those are the ones who are going to be making you those letters of recommendation. Last semester, last year of nursing school, I kind of talked about it in my previous video, but I really fought for placements in terms of clinicals and preceptorships and externships and internships. I highly recommend, if your school has that availability where you can advocate for yourself to get those exposures and those units, I highly recommend schedule meetings. Bring a resume to those meetings and outline what you've done in nursing school that can speak to your ability to get that type of exposure in an ICU or ED or a progressive care unit or med surg or OB, whatever your case is. You need to structurally plan ahead, and you need to be able to go to that meeting and discuss logically, how and why you decide, like how you're gonna grow in that area, and how you see yourself in that field when you graduate as a nurse. Because not only are you representing yourself on that unit that you could possibly be working for, but you're representing the school too. You're representing your school and nursing school, and you're creating and you're developing a relationship between the hospital and that unit and your school and you. So anyway, so that was my experience in nursing school. I met a lot of people, a lot of my classmates. We're all, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like a dog-eat-dog world in nursing school, but we're all trying to be the best that we can be, and encouraging each other, to get to where we want to be. So I highly encourage those nursing students to just take that extra step and um, you know take the initiative to get involved and to get exposed. Okay, so if you guys have any questions about any of that stuff, I'm more than happy to answer those as well. Post links, subscribe, all of those things. Think I'm gonna create an Instagram or maybe a Twitter or something. I don't know, something that you guys can email me directly to. I can send you guys kind of examples of resumes and portfolios and some interview questions that I had to practice on my own. All of those things I can send, and we can kind of talk about if you're kind of thinking about that ahead of time. So yeah, next video I think I'll be talking about the NCLEX. Yeah. Ugh, man, that was a road. All right, I look forward to hearing from you, talking to you guys soon.